If you are curious to hear about 20 more items that I have repurchased, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. I'm super excited because this is another video of 20 things that I have repurchased. My first video ever was 30 things that I've repurchased. I'll put it right there. Actually, I'll put all three that I'm mentioning today. Then I did another video of 20 more things that I've repurchased, and then another video after that of 20 more things that I've repurchased. And now it's been quite a while since those other two 20 things video, and I thought it was time to do another one. And it was very easy to come up with 20, so much so that I've snuck in a couple of extra ones in between the 20. So I've got a lot to share with you, a lot of products that I like, and I have purchased them either because I finished them and I wanted to replace them in my own collection, or I like them so much I purchased them to gift them. To me, those two are just as important because it means I liked it enough that I wanted to give it to someone. I think that says something, and I think it's worth noting. So I have my list here of the 20 things, and I am ready to go through it and talk to you about all of these products. So if you are interested, then let's get into it right now. Now, if you watch this channel, some of these things you'll say, yes, of course, because I've talked about them before. Now, I have a couple of palettes here from Makeup Forever, and I really, really love them. They have a clasp, so you push right here and open it, and they fit 6 regular size singles from Makeup Forever, and they have a mirror, and they are extremely sturdy. Now, there's this style, and then this one, and you can get them when you buy singles from Makeup Forever. So this one fits 3 regular size singles from Makeup Forever, and this one I use for Cliona multi-chromes. Sideways you can fit 4 of them, and they do feel very secure, and then you can see what's in them when it's one of these 3-pan as opposed to 6-pan. And I just reached back because I did want to give a shout out as well to the Makeup Forever singles because they are beautiful colors, and they do come on sale once in a while, and they are really, really quite beautiful colors. Of course, I go for this one because I'm a sucker for lime green, as though you can't tell. I have gifted these singles to at least 2 other people, I think 3. They're just chef's kiss. They're beautiful. And those magnetic palettes go for $3 Canadian each. They are a steal and they're fantastic. Just look under the singles from Makeup Forever and you should be able to see those little magnetic palettes as long as they choose to continue to sell them. So item number 1 were the magnetic palettes from Makeup Forever. Item number 2 were the singles from Makeup Forever. And I also want to give a shout out to the Anastasia quads. These are harder to come by now, but I use them for all of my quad of the month. They used to be anyway, $1 each, and they fit 4 standard size Anastasia round pans, and they tend to be the same size round pans for other brands, and they are magnetic. They hold the shadows beautifully. And then I just use a pencil on the back to write down what it is that I have in the quad, and I absolutely love them, and I literally have done dozens of these because of my quad of the month series. I absolutely love this quad, and I really like the fact that it is a clear cover. It makes it very easy to find the quad that I'm looking for. The ABH palette was number 3, and now I'm going into brushes, and I have to give a shout out to Smashbox brushes. Now, I am not a brush snob by any means, but I do have to give the shout out because this multitasker brush, I was a little bit devastated when I found out that it is being discontinued, and it is my favorite brush. If I could only have one, and it's dirty because I did this look with it, but if I could only have one brush that I could pick out of my whole brush collection, this would be the one because I use it every single look. And I have definitely repurchased it. But because it's discontinued, I had to buy a kit. So if you go on the Smashbox site, at least in Canada, I think they still have this. And it is a set of 6 items inside this case, plus a brush bag as well. And I have not opened it on camera at all. I just checked it when I received it to make sure everything was in order. And so I'm opening it up with you. So here is the empty box. And it came with a case that I don't think that I know for a fact that the set that I ordered did not come with a case because it was in one of those cylinder containers. I ended up buying 15 brushes from Smashbox all at once. It was an amazing deal. I don't suggest that people spend 20, 25 bucks per brush. It was just an amazing deal that I got, and I'm very grateful for it. So in this case, you'll have a mirror, which is nice, the brush holder, and then some information on each one of the brushes on the other side, which is kind of neat. It's a plasticized card. That's kind of nice. And it has some information on how to use each one of the brushes. That's beautiful. So here is the whole set. So we've got the brushes, and this is supposed to be an applicator, and I'm going to have to read up on it. I have heard mixed reviews on this type of applicator, so I will let you know how it is. It feels very gummy. It almost feels like a gummy bear. Never used this before, ever. And let's take a look at all the brushes. Now this one is a blurring foundation brush. Not something I typically use, but I can try. It's quite heavy, actually. Next up is one that I'm very excited about, and it is an angled powder brush. Is that what it's called? Angled blush brush. Okay, that's what they're suggesting. And it's very soft. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Okay. And then we have 3 smaller brushes, 2 of which I'm already familiar with. This one is the, what did they call it again? Contour shadow brush. I tend to use a brush like this for my brow bone. That tends to be my preference. And then we have an angled brush, which I don't think you can have too many of these because I prefer to have one for the lips and then one for eyeshadow. So I will definitely purpose this one for eyeshadow. And then the belle of the ball, which actually is the only one that comes with an extra plastic protector, and that is the multitasker brush that has never been used. So I'm just going to put it in the case as is, and hopefully it won't get messed up. So I want to keep this one pristine until I have completely messed up the other one that I am currently using. Okay, well that is the best I'm going to do, and I'm also going to remove the plastic, because that's very satisfying. I'm going to remove the plastic on the mirror. There we go. Now, all I meant to talk about was the multitasker brush, and then it ended up being an unboxing of a set of 6 brush and tool type items. So I hope you don't mind that at all, but I'm very happy to have more Smashbox brushes. I do end up, I did end up liking them. This particular multitasker brush, I think on its own was $25 or $30, and I managed to get the whole set for 39 Canadian, and I was really happy about that. And when I say $25 or $30, it was Canadian dollars. Done talking about the multitasker brush, but that is definitely, as you saw, something that I have repurchased. You saw it right in front of your eyes as I was unboxing it. Now the next items are repurchases, of course. That's the name of the game for this video. And I have repurchased a base coat from Essie, which is the Smooth E base coat. And I believe it's the same. Yeah, it's the same. So I've repurchased exactly the same one because, as you can tell, I'm just about out of it. And so obviously I liked it. Obviously I have decided to repurchase it. I'm taking it out of the package right now. And yeah, looks very much like the same thing, and cannot wait to finish up the first one because it's getting harder to use, and it will be nice to get into this new one sooner than later. And I did mention, I believe, so this top coat I'm working my way through, but I have also repurchased another one of this top coat. The reason I'm not showing you is because obviously I still have half of this one to go, and I'm not in a hurry to open up another box of my Essie backups. So there we go, 2 nail polish products that I have repurchased thanks to some recommendations from you. Now this next one was a repurchase, but it is a self-imposed repurchase, although it was very willingly, and it is the Annabelle Skinny Mascara. This Skinny Mascara was a suggestion, I believe, from Drea CN. I saw this first off on her channel. I will put Drea CN right here. And I have gone through 2 of them, and now I'm on my 3rd one with a backup. I have this mascara right now on my lower lashes. It is the only mascara that I can use on my lower lashes without making a huge mess. My lower lashes are very long and they can look clownish. This mascara, because of its very tiny wand, gives me exactly the precision I need to put mascara on my lower lashes without ending up looking clownish. And I really, really like this mascara for that reason. So I've repurchased it. Like I said, I'm on my 3rd one and I have a backup. I like this mascara a lot. Annabelle is a Canadian brand, by the way, sold at Shoppers Drug Mart. Oh, and they are available online as well on the Annabelle site. Now I do hope you like talking mascara because I have a number of repurchases for mascara. The next one is, now this is not the normal look for Monsieur BIG, but I have repurchased Monsieur BIG. This is the holiday packaging from last year, and I allowed myself on my birthday in September to open this one up and enjoy it for my birthday month as well as all the way to Christmas and beyond. And it has an amazing brush. Usually it's a black container with hot pink lettering. But of course, like I said, this is holiday packaging. I have used the regular, I have used the waterproof. I love them both. The wand is fantastic and it gives me great volume. And that, oh no, I don't. I was going to say that's what I have on my lashes. I have had this on my lashes all month of December, but what I have on my lashes is going to be my next repurchase that we talk about. But highly, highly recommend. I love this mascara. Next one, despite the fact that it's very new, is the Lash Freak from Urban Decay. And it really matches what I'm wearing today. I absolutely love this mascara. Now it is freaky, pardon the pun, when you first apply it because it has a very weird wand. And what it does is it applies a freakishly large amount of mascara to the point where if you look at this video, you can see my first reaction to getting a goop full of mascara on my lashes before I was able to comb it out. It combs out beautifully, but the first thing it does is it puts on way too much mascara, and then you comb it out and it ends up looking great. That is what I have on my upper lashes today, and I think it looks really good. It gave me volume and length, but without, it's not goopy. It's not goopy, and that's 2 coats, so it looks great. And this is a mini, and this mini has 2 ml in it, and this was in the Lash Stash that I purchased from Sephora, a bunch of different mascaras, and part of the reason I bought the Lash Stash is because Freak was in it, and this is a third. This is a 3rd Freak mini that I have in my collection. I really love them, and when I am done with those 3 minis, I can tell you that I will have a full-size Lash Freak mascara in my collection at some point in 2021. Okay, now we have to talk about the Stila HUGE. And I ended up buying a 2-pack of Stila mascaras when I did my Shoppers Drug Mart haul. If you want to see that video, I will put it right there. It was a collab with Cara C, and we both spent $300 worth of points at Shoppers Drug Mart, and this was one of the purchases that I wanted to make. And it is a duo of the Magnum XXX and the Stila HUGE. But the Stila HUGE is the one that I was after. The Magnum I just get to try. It was basically getting 2 mascaras for pretty much the price of just over 1. And the Stila HUGE it's beautiful, it's weighted, it's very luxe. And let me just show you the wand on it. It's definitely a volumizing wand. And I like them both, meaning the Monsieur BIG and the Stila HUGE. I like them both as much. And so when I'm thinking of a holiday mascara, the Stila HUGE and the Monsieur BIG are the two that I will automatically think about, and I will have to see what I end up thinking of the Magnum XXX. But the Stila was a gift from a friend of mine, and boy did it give the Monsieur BIG a run for its money. And I like them both for different reasons. This one does not dry all that well, the Monsieur BIG does, but I really like the way this one performs the first kind of 2/3 of its life. So I like them both a whole lot, but they do behave a little bit differently, though in the prime of their lives, they both give me really great volume and length. So I definitely endorse the Stila HUGE and the Monsieur BIG from Lancôme. Okay, we are done with mascaras now. If you're not a mascara person, you survived. Now I want to talk about Smashbox primers. Now I am not a huge believer in primers, but I do use them, and for different purposes. I do use the Photo Finish Primerizer, and what I actually use this one for is a little bit of a moisturizing boost if I have done all my moisturizers sometime before I do my makeup. I just use 1 or 2 pumps of this one and just kind of refresh my face to make it easier for me to apply any sort of foundation product. So I use the primerizer, and if I want a more smoothed application, which I did today for my nose and my T-zone, I used the Smashbox Minimize Pores, and I use a tiny bit because all I want to do is right here around my nose and my chin. So right around here where I have pores here, and then on my chin, and I'm happy. It's a tiny dab, and I like the two primers for different reasons. If I'm not concerned about my pores in a given day, I won't use this one. If I just did my skincare and I'm going straight to foundation, I won't use my primerizer. I only use these when it makes sense, and today happened to be one of those days where it made sense to use both. And of course, I probably used this one specifically because I was going to do this video and I wanted to at least have it on my face as I talk about it. Now, I did not technically repurchase these. What I did was I got a bunch of samples from Smashbox, used them over a number of months, and just ended up realizing that I just wanted the full size of each one and picked them up. Now, this next product is a definite love affair. It is the heavy metal liners from Urban Decay. Now, this one is one, I thought I had more out. Hang on. I knew I had another one. Okay. So these first two, this is Distortion, and this is Midnight Cowboy. These are the two that started it for me. I really love them, and I ended up picking up, I think, 5 more total. I think the only one I don't have at this point, I think it's the blue one. There might be one other one that I don't have, but that's pretty much it. I have them pretty much all. Now, Midnight Cowboy is the one that is the most opaque in my opinion, just because it's very gold. But these two were among the two that I had to begin with. Distortion just embellishes any color that it goes over. It's beautiful. It has kind of some pink and some lime green and purple. It's all my favorite colors. And then I ended up picking up a bunch more, which Grind is part of that bunch more that I picked up. Grind is pretty new. And so I've been so smitten with the heavy metal liners that I had before that I think I went up and picked up 5 or 6 more. So I have quite a few of these, and what they do is you can take a look like what I have here today and amp it up and make it kind of your look but better. And it's great if you're going from, for example, an office appropriate look to maybe a dinner out, or you're going out dancing or clubbing or whatever. These are nice to add oomph to your look, and it takes 1 or 2 minutes and you have your new look and it looks great. You can use it to amp up your liner. You can use it to amp up your inner corner. You can use it to go all over the lid with some bling. They are very versatile, and every single time I do choose to amp up my look for a special occasion and I use these, I do not regret it. They are great, and very often on the Urban Decay, at least the Canadian site, you can find some 2-for-1 offers for these on the regular. So just watch out for those, and yeah, they're a great product. And I think that for Urban Decay products, there are some that we don't often hear about, but they are an absolute gem in the Urban Decay collection. Now, when it comes to this next product, I've snuck in a bunch in the one product category, and that is KVD Vegan Beauty Minis. I have used a bunch of these mini Sinner perfumes, and I ended up getting a full-size perfume of the Sinner version. There's Saint and Sinner. And I not only got a full-size bottle, but I also got a mini spray of Sinner that came with a mini Sinner liquid lip. And so not only have I used a bunch of samples of Sinner, but I also bought, again, a small spray bottle that I'm hoping that I can refill for travel purposes when we can all travel again. And so I do consider I have a bunch of minis from the KVD line. And so I want to show you a few more. So this is the mini, the Sinner I told you that comes with the Sinner perfume. It's the same size, but it's deep purple. This is Outlaw. And I have 2 other ones of this size from KVD Vegan Beauty. And you can buy these mini liquid lips if you go on Sephora Canada. You can see quite a range of them. I think they're $15 each, but if you don't go through liquid lip very often, they're certainly cheaper than, I think it's like 25 or 28 for the full size in Canadian dollars. Now, I also I redeem for points these minis from Sephora when they become 100-point perks, and I really, really do enjoy this tattoo liner from KVD Vegan Beauty. Now, this one's getting very dry because I've used the heck out of it. But I really enjoy them. They have the spring load, just like the full-size version. And I might as well do a little swatch of this Outlaw liquid lip as well. It's a beautiful color. So I enjoy these minis from KVD, and usually they come as part of sets very often. That's how I got most of these little minis that I have. And also, the KVD Locket powder is one that becomes available as part of sets once in a while. And it's a translucent setting powder that I use from time to time. And I've actually been using this one quite a bit and going through it. So KVD Vegan Beauty has minis on a regular basis. And I do tend to get a lot of minis from this brand and really enjoy them. And I keep an eye out for some mini sets to just complement what I have, because I find that the products in the line are actually really quite good. One other mini that I want to mention along with the KVD minis is this Flyliner by Fenty. If I can find another mini of this type from Fenty, I absolutely want it. It is one of the best mini liners that I have ever used. This one, the KVD, and the Stila are the 3 minis that I think have been the best as far as mini liquid liners. And the Fenty one is great for grip because it's triangular in shape, and the cap goes on the end, which I think is absolute genius for a liner. And the liner, the quality of the liner is really good. So here is the Fenty liner right there. It's a beautiful liner, and I highly recommend. Now, this next product I have not repurchased because I used it up, because a palette is very hard to use up. But this palette this one is mine, but I have gifted this Power palette because I think it is amazing. Now, this is the one that I use. but I have gifted this one a couple of times because I think the color story, these purples are absolutely beautiful and I want other people to enjoy them. And very often Colored Raine's 9-pan palettes like this, this one, there was the Safari Raine, and the Juicy Boost, though, is 18 shadows, I think. It kind of doubles up this size. They are amazing quality, and I strongly recommend 9-pan palettes from Colored Raine. And if I have an opportunity, I will gift this one again, but I think it's getting discontinued. But I will definitely look for more 9-pan palettes from, actually 6-pan and 9-pan palettes from Colored Raine I have gifted. I just want to make sure to mention it because they're just that good. And there are not very many companies from which I will buy smaller palettes like this to gift on the regular. So if you have not tried Colored Raine, I would recommend giving it a go, because if I decide that this company is good enough for me to start gifting to people, it's obviously a company that I recommend for yourself as well, not just to purchase as a gift. And as a matter of fact, let's talk about another company that I've purchased palettes from to gift, and that is Juvia's Place. And I actually did a look with this Douce palette, and I did the look in French with English subtitles. If you want to see that video, I'll put it right there. Boy, was that a lot of work. But I enjoyed doing that for you, and I do enjoy this color story because it's unique, just like most Juvia's Place color stories are. And I think that for somewhere between $10 and $15 Canadian, actually even as low as $10 Canadian, you can get a 6-pan to a 16-pan, or pardon me, 12-pan palette of all sorts of very, very interesting color stories from Juvia's Place. And the quality of the shadows is such that I have most, not all, but I have most of the palettes from this brand. I'd say over 75% of what they've put out so far, I have picked up because I enjoy the fact that it's not your typical color stories and that they surprise me with interesting color stories every single time. I am not bored by the brand. If anything, I am usually delighted by what they put together. So yeah, really, really excited about Juvia's Place. I have quite a few. I have gifted them on the regular, and I am sure that I will continue to do so because the price for what you get is phenomenal with Juvia's Place. Going back to Colored Raine for a second, I have repurchased, not necessarily the same color, but the same product type from Colored Raine, and that is their bullet lipsticks. I have had this one for quite a while, and the name is Serene, and it's what I'm wearing on my lips today. I thought it went really well with this eye look, and it is a beautiful color, kind of between a pinky peach and a brown. That's the color right there. And I like the formula enough. It's very comfortable, but it sets quite well. And it's not like a liquid lip, but it's quite pigmented and it will stay on your lips. I have just recently purchased another one from the Power Collection. If you want to see everything I got from Colored Raine, I will put it right there. Some things were purchased and other things came in a set of mystery boxes. So that's the video you'll see. But you will see in that video that I did indeed select this particular lipstick. I didn't want to miss my opportunity to have this one. And it is a gorgeous color. They have some interesting packaging, the Power Collection packaging, and I really wanted this color because a purpley fuchsia is very much a flattering color on me. So that's that one, and it is called, I think they're on for $5 right now, Implicated, $5 US. Love this packaging. And I also got, now this one was part of the mystery boxes, but I got this one called, oh yeah, Huntress. I had a little accident because I got stuck on the inside top of the packaging, but I have since been able to free it. It's a beautiful color, and I just really, really like the formula of Colored Raine. So just give me whatever color, I will wear it. This is just a beautiful deep brown, and I'm a sucker for brown lipstick, so I have no problem with the color they sent me. I will use it with delight, let me tell you. The formula is fantastic, and when I purchased these, I did end up getting 3 different colors of this one. Was smitten with all of them, and I have no apprehension in getting any more Colored Raine lipsticks. I think they do a fabulous job of curating the colors and with the quality of the lipstick. Now I want to switch to Becca for a little bit, and specifically Becca highlighters. I have a love affair with Becca highlighters, and I don't repurchase the same one for myself because these highlighters are really hard to get through, and I have I think 5 minis and 3 full size. This one is the Year of the Pig that I had to repress. I had to repress it because it shattered on me before I even got to use it. That was painful. And so I have used it since I've repressed. Some of that marking you can see has been worn down. I really love Becca highlighters, and they are easy to repress. So if you do smash one, it's not the end of the world. But I have repurchased these in the same shades as I have to gift. I have purchased sets of minis, I have purchased individual minis to give as gifts because these are among the best highlighters that I have used, and the quality across colors is consistent. And not to mention how beautiful the packaging is. And I have tried some on the rosier side, some on the icier side, some on the more goldy side, and every single one of them has been beautiful. I think I have one more coming to me and I'll be done for a while, and it's the one called Own Your Light, and I blame Angelica Nyqvist for it. She's the reason I finally pulled the trigger, although I had it in my cart I think 12 times by the time I saw her video and thought, fine, let me get that one. Year of the Pig was one that I was also obsessed with last holiday season, so in 2019, and I have no regrets on this one, and I'm sure, virtually sure, that I will not have any regrets for the one that I decided to get this year, which is Own Your Light. And if you want some recommendations, Rose Quartz, Amethyst, Champagne Pop, Vanilla Quartz, those are all beautiful options for the Becca highlighters. Highly recommend. If you saw a Sephora haul that I made recently, I will put it right there if I can find it. I am a big fan of Color Hit nail polishes. I have virtually every single color that Sephora has come out with. Virtually, not, they keep coming out with new ones. But I do really like them. Just like the Ciate Mini Mani Month calendar, these are 5 milliliters each, so they are tiny. And if you're curious about how the heck you can grip them, the cap comes off, and then you have a very grippy little handle so that you can open up. And what I really like about these minis is that they did not go light on the size of the brush. So even though they're minis, they don't go mini on the width and quality of the brush, which makes it a very nice mini, just like the Ciate minis are as well. And if you're curious to see the difference, so here's a Sephora mini and here is a Ciate mini. So they're virtually the same size. Ciate looks bigger, but it's also narrower, obviously, because of the shape of the container. I love the aesthetics of it, the design of it, like almost like a mini egg. It makes them beautiful to display on your vanity if you like. Like for example, I could display some very easily. They're as cute as little perfume bottles. I think they're lovely, and every time there are some set sales around Christmas time with Sephora, I think they've been out for at least 2 years, I will pick up a set of between 4 and 6 because I know that I will use all of the colors with no question. And this one, if you're curious, is called It Girl, and it's a beautiful color. And they're usually $6 or $7 Canadian each. Really not a whole lot of money, and as soon as you get a 20% off sale, they're around $5.40 I think each. I think that's a fantastic price for a mini, and you're not committing to, you know, 15 or 20 milliliters of nail polish that you may not finish. These you actually have a good chance of finishing, and they are a glass bottle, and so there are ways of recycling those as well if you use a lot of them. And speaking of nail polish, I do want to mention this one. This is my 3rd year of purchasing the Ciate Mini Mani Month. Now the thing this year though is I tried to purchase it, but it was gone from the Sephora Canada site. And this was a lovely present from my friend in Ireland, Steph, who decided to purchase it from the US and get it shipped to me in Canada. I am super grateful. I never even thought of looking at that option. To me, Ciate London was in London, and I just couldn't figure out how to get it to me. Now it sounds so obvious to look at Ciate London in the States to get it shipped to Canada, but I just didn't think of it. So Steph did the thinking for me and saved the Mini Mani Month for this channel, because it obviously got to me, and I have already started using it. And what it is an advent calendar for nail polishes. So in here you will see 24 little boxes of nail polishes, and I've already gone in for the first 2. What I do is I don't use this advent calendar before Christmas. I actually use it the whole year the following year. So I just selected 2 nail polishes for the month of January from this box, and I will be selecting 2 nail polishes every month during 2021. That's how I use these, and it's my 3rd year using one of Ciate's advent calendars, and I'm absolutely tickled to have the chance to do it again in 2021. Again, thanks so much, Steph. It was such a beautiful thing to do, and I can't wait to send you the box of goodies that is coming your way. Hang tight, it's coming. Now I want to talk cream contour. This is a palette that I was working on during the Partners in Cream, and what you'll see here is a contour product right here, which is the Tartiste Contour from the Tartiste Pro Glow palette from Tarte. And in using this contour, I was reminded of a couple of things. That I really like cream contour, and that I have contour creams that I like more than the Tartiste Contour from the Pro Glow, and that I really want to use them again. And so I want to talk about a couple that are repurchases, which is the whole point of this video. So this one is a foundation stick from Smashbox. On the one side you have the typical foundation that I love to use, and I am in 1.2 Studio Skin Shaping Foundation stick in, like I said, this one is 1.2, and then on the other side it has a contour end. And I really enjoy this contour, and it matches contour that I have already used and finished up from Smashbox. So this is a repurchase of sorts, even though it's in a different container, but it's my second go. So I want to use this. I have been ignoring it, and I really, really like the contour. So that is one. So again, a repurchase, but in a different form. And then there's also the Hoola bronzer from Benefit. This is a repurchase, but I have not used it, and I am definitely going to use it this coming year, so meaning 2021. And it is lovely. Actually, should have done a swatch of both of these. They blend beautifully. So this one is more what I would use as a bronzer, and it spreads, it turns into powder. It's really, really a nice product. It's very, very soft to the touch. It's beautiful. And then this Smashbox Contour, it's a cooler. So I don't use this one so much as bronzer as I do for a true contour. And so I use this one on my forehead and in the hollow of my cheek. And this one is has more of a cream feel, though it does kind of turn into powder, but I would say the Hoola one turns more into powder than the other one. So those two are products that I have repurchased from the same company, the same type of product. though in this case the packaging was different. And when it came to the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick, this one, and I called it a bronzer before, but no, it's the Quickie Contour Stick, but I use it more like a bronzer color, was a mini, and I bought the full size. And in this case, well, yeah, I guess that the first one that I bought was more in a pencil shape, and this is the full, I would say a lot more product on this end than you would find in the pencil. I highly recommend them. I think they are really, really good. And finally, I want to talk brow products, and in this case I am talking about two companies, because when I thought about which company for brow products I buy the most from, these two were an absolute tie. And it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz along with the Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. These are the two products that I buy the most from Anastasia, but every other product for brows from Anastasia that I've purchased, I've enjoyed. The brow pomade, for example, was another one as far as the products that I like from this brand. So let me just show you the Clear Brow Gel. Looks like this, and it lasts for a very, very long time. I will use this brow gel every day, regardless of whether I'm using another Anastasia product or not. And then you've got the Brow Wiz with the spoolie on the one side and the pencil on the other. If you're curious, I use the color taupe. It's a very, very tiny pencil. I quite like it. If I want my brows to look very, very nice on a given day, I know that this will not steer me wrong. And there are some other brow products that I like, but if I'm looking for what it is that I would like to find on sale and pick up, it would be this duo. And then I also want to talk about Benefit, because I do like the brow highlighter that comes from Benefit. Got it right in the middle here. It does a really great job of very, very quickly highlighting the brow, and you can just dissipate the color if you want. And then, of course, the Precisely My Brow is, again, a very thin tip. If I can get my camera to focus. For some reason it won't, but it's the same kind of tip as the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil. Now in ABH I do use the color taupe, and in Benefit this one is a 3, but my preference is 3.5 as a color from Benefit. Both companies are great. If you are okay with ordering online and it takes a little bit, I would also suggest the Morphe Latte. That is the color that I would use, and I have enjoyed that pencil as well. It is less expensive than these, but when I look at those products overall, I do tend to prefer going for these, and it's probably accessibility in a very short period of time as opposed to having to wait for a shipment to come to me. And so I'm more likely to go and pick these up in store than I am to order them online, because usually you can run out of brow products at the most inopportune time, and I like to know that I have some brands that I can go and pick up when I need them. There you have it. It is a total of 20 products that I wanted to talk to you about, and I managed to sneak another extra 10 in there along with them as I went along, but I didn't want to have all of them individually identified and having to split them into 2 videos. I just wanted to stuff this video full of recommendations for products that I have repurchased. I hope you found these suggestions and mini reviews useful, and let me know what you think. Do you have some of these products that are favorites of yours? Or in a given category, do you have favorites that I did not mention that you would highly recommend that we try out because you have repurchased and or gifted them yourself? I would love to hear, because we can all learn from each other to make sure that we are buying the best products that we can for ourselves to make our lives easier and to achieve the kind of look and maintenance that we are looking to achieve for our own selves. With that, I will say thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time and attention and your interest as usual, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, as always, take care.